Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome once again to the ever popular Inspirations for Your Life show. It's great to be with you. This is a Friday. This is August 7th, 2026. And Friday means that we're finishing up our master topic. Tomorrow is the 8th, and we'll be kicking off with a brand new master topic, which we'll take from Saturday all the way through the week, and we'll finish up on Friday, just like today. So, if this is your very first time joining me, I'd like to take the opportunity to say thank you and I'd like to say welcome. Um, if you've been here one time, five times, 10, 100, or maybe even more, I like to say welcome and thank you. But I also like to say the words welcome back. Yes, you are all very welcome here. Don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com after the show is over. You can do that 24 hours a day. Incidentally, I have my RO water here, and I have a new water bottle, but I'm not sure I like it. I was looking for one that was going to be really cold, and I don't know. This one seems to be okay. I think I'm probably going to return it because it's just not. It's not the ice cold that I expected it to be. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be returning it. I know that I probably am not happy with just I really wanted something to be very, very cold. And I mean, the bottle is very cold, don't get me wrong, but the whole thing is not very, very cold. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing. And they have other models and stuff like that on there, by the way. They have other stuff out there. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. I've gotta definitely look for something. I mean, I've seen some. I mean, I like these, really good tumblers that'll stay cold for a long time. But a lot of the ones I'm looking at, they don't. They don't stay cold very long. I see vacuum pack mugs and all kinds of stuff, but some of these are like really big. They're not like the container size that I'm looking for. All right, guys. So let's get into the show. If you're thirsty, if you're hungry, like I was saying, don't feel free to go get one, either an RO water or what have you, and come on back to the show or another snack or candy, whether it's healthy or not. That's up to you. Let's kick off this show. All right. This is Inspirations for Your Life. And the master topic that we're wrapping up today is Build a Life That Truly Matters, Series 5, Show 32. And today's granular is How to Leave a Legacy Worth Remembering. Series 5, Show 32, Episode 7. This is Friday. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Inspirations for Your Life. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student at Montclair State University, passionate lifelong learner, and so grateful now to be a published author. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. When we hear the word legacy, we often think about something far in the future, but legacy isn't created someday. You're building it right now through your choices, relationships, values, and the way you treat people. As we conclude, build a life that truly matters this week. Let's explore 30 ways to create a legacy worth remembering. Are you ready, guys? I know I am. Number one, please live with purpose. Know what matters to you. And the important thing, ladies and gentlemen, is to allow it to guide your decisions. Purpose gives direction to your time, talents, and energy. Number two, choose kindness. This is a real important one. People may forget many details about you, but they'll remember how you made them feel. A small act of kindness can create an impact you may never see. Number three, lead with integrity. Integrity means your values remain intact, even when nobody is watching. Do what's right because it's part of who you are. Number four, help others succeed. Help others succeed. I think that's an important one. Some people don't get that, but I think it's important to understand, like, what that means for a lot of people. And I think sometimes people, they get lost in the shuffle. They don't mean to get lost, but they get lost in the shuffle, and the shuffle is a problem for a lot of people. Number 4, help others succeed. Success becomes more meaningful when you help someone else rise. Share opportunities, encouragement, knowledge, and support whenever you can. Number 5, build meaningful relationships. Don't measure relationships by numbers. Focus on trust, connection, and being present for the people who genuinely matter. Number 6, keep your promises. Your word matters. Every promise you keep strengthens trust. Be thoughtful about the commitments you make and dependable about honoring them. A lot of people miss that whole step. They don't mean to miss it, but they do miss it. And I think that's something, again, that a lot of people, they don't really understand. They don't understand like why maybe they're doing something or why something is a certain way. I think if we can realize why we're here and the purpose and what we're trying to do, I think that's a very important thing for us to understand. And I say that in a way that hopefully makes a lot of sense to people, right? Um, it means that we can do a lot, but sometimes people like they don't really understand, right? And that might be something that causes you to, I don't know, understand. Okay. That's the best way I can share that with you. Number 7, guys, stay humble. I can't express that enough. Achievement shouldn't eliminate your willingness to listen. Humility keeps you teachable and reminds you that everyone can teach you something if you're just open to learning. You know, Learning for a lot of people is hard because they feel it puts their ego down. But we shouldn't even have that ego to begin with. We should all be trying to collaborate and work together. Number 8, share your wisdom. Your experiences have value. Share what you've learned so others can benefit from both your victories and your mistakes. Number 9, make every day count. Not every day needs to be extraordinary. Use each one intentionally and do something that moves your life or someone else's forward. Yeah. Do you move your life forward every day? Or do you help move someone else's life forward? I hope you do. Number 10, encourage growth. Sometimes people need someone else to see their potential before they recognize it themselves. Encourage them to discover what they're capable of becoming. Number 11, build trust. Trust develops through consistency. Be dependable, truthful, respectful, and authentic. Those 3 qualities create relationships, guys, capable of lasting. They're not superficial. They're not here to say, gee, what can you do for me? It's a win-win mentality that we're all trying to help each other. Number 12, stay authentic, guys. I know it might seem easy to just take the shortcut and be someone else, but that's not going to last. The relationship won't last. Don't build your life around impressing everyone else. Many do. Understand your values and have the courage to stay resilient. Challenges will happen. Learn from them, adjust to continue moving. Resilience demonstrates what people know is possible when circumstances become difficult. And again, difficult doesn't mean we can't do it, guys. Difficult just means that it's going to be something we're going to have to learn. None of our things we do just happen or we're born with. We have to understand that We learn all this stuff when we're here on the world. We didn't get born with it. Number 16, continue learning. Never decide you know enough. I know I never know enough. I always can keep learning. Read, listen, ask questions, remain curious, and be willing to reconsider your assumptions when you learn something new. Always be willing to be a student, regardless of your age. Be willing to be a student. Are you willing to be a student right now, or are you just trying to fulfill an ego? If that's the case, I think that's a bad thing, guys. Very bad thing, right? Very bad thing. We have to understand what this truly is about. What it truly is about. If we don't understand that, then how do we ever move from point A to point B? Like, how do we do that? Number 17, inspire through action. Words can motivate people, but actions give those words credibility. They give those words life. Demonstrate the standards and values you encourage others to follow. And I know you might be saying, well, John, I don't know what words. Don't worry about the exact words. Worry about the feelings and how you say them. The most important thing is how you say it. Number 18, build lasting habits. Your life is shaped by what you repeatedly do. Develop habits that support your health, relationships, character, goals, and your purpose. You see, your character is something that develops in your private life and in your public life. Okay. I think that comes down to us knowing one thing, and that is if we build character all the time the way we want it to be, it will always have a positive impact on us privately and publicly. Ladies and gentlemen, focus on significance. Success asks what you accomplished, right? We talked about this. Significance asks who benefited because you were here. Success is what you accomplished. Significance is who benefited because you were here. I'm going to use that, I think, in my welcoming talk on next Friday. Build a life that reaches beyond personal achievement. Okay. Number 20, create positive influence. See, you're influencing people even when you don't realize it. Make that influence positive through your attitude, decisions, behavior, and example that you set. An example is something you don't set to impress somebody. You set an example so that you can become a better version of yourself and help others become a better version of yourself. Okay. I think that's something that a lot of people, like, they just don't understand it. Why? Because, first of all, they're not humble. They're not humble. And when people aren't humble, they're not open to learning. They're always right, or maybe they're not right. Maybe they're trying to be right, but really, they just have that ego on them. The ego that nobody wants to be around. Okay? That's something pretty interesting, right? That's something very, very interesting. Number 21, stay committed. I know it might seem easier to give up and to do something else, but no one ever gets to their goals by quitting. It's okay to take a pause, take a break, take a little siesta, toss the job. But it's not okay to give up completely. Now, if you've decided that this isn't the path you want to go and you want to redirect, I don't consider that quitting. I consider that redirect your energies. Maybe the way you're going isn't the way you're meant to go. But I don't want you to give up just because something gets hard or something gets difficult or challenging. That's what I mean by quitting. Don't quit. So stay committed. Meaningful accomplishments take time. Don't abandon something simply because, well, progress becomes difficult or slower than expected. Number 22, leave people better than you found them. Try to leave people feeling respected, encouraged, stronger, or even more capable because they interacted with you. See, ladies and gentlemen, that's true legacy happening in real time, right? Legacy is just meaning that when you leave or when you come back, like that person remembers what you did. Number 23, build something meaningful. Again, not because you're trying to impress somebody. I want to repeat that. You're not building something because you're trying to impress somebody. You're building something because you want to make people feel better, because you want to be a better version of yourself, and you want others to become better versions of themselves, and you want them to carry that forward to other people. That's legacy. Build something meaningful, but build a business, family, organization, idea, a book, community, relationships, or mission whose value extends beyond the immediate recognition that you have for it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, number 24, think beyond yourself. I know that's hard. A lot of us say, well, gee, what am I going to get out of it? Some of life's greatest decisions aren't about what benefits you personally. Consider how your actions affect other people and future generations. That's really an important thing to think about. And that means if you have an ego, putting that ego on a shelf for a little while. Can you do that? I think that's a very important thing for us to understand. Okay. Very, very important thing. Okay. Very, very important. Number 25, celebrate others. Someone else's success doesn't diminish yours. We've said this before, but I want to highlight this again. Recognize people when they accomplish something meaningful and genuinely celebrate their progress. Don't back end it. Really be sincere in your praise, right? Don't do it because you're looking for something. Number 26, live intentionally. This is my favorite one. Please, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what crosses your path or who, don't allow your entire life to operate on autopilot. We've all done it. We have to be intentional in the moments. When I get intentional in my moments, even though the day goes by, I feel like I really accomplished something that day. I wasn't on autopilot. You can have some things that you do and check off a list, but don't do things autopilot. Okay. Yes, you're going to brush your teeth on autopilot after you eat, right? Or something like that. Maybe you're going to floss your teeth like I do. That's autopilot. But the rest of your day doesn't have to be autopilot. Okay. Maybe you're autopilot in the car if something happens to protect yourself or loved ones. That's autopilot. I get that. Decide what deserves your attention now and make the choices align with who you want to become, even if that's not who you are at this very moment. And the problem with that is that a lot of people say, well, gee, John, I'm not where I want to be today. Okay, fine. You're not where you want to be today. Doesn't mean you need to be there tomorrow. What it does mean is that you've got to start picking intentional choices so you can be the person that you've always wanted to be. Okay? That's the most important thing I can tell you. All right? I say that for you because it's an important thing. A very, very important thing. And maybe you're going to say to me, John, I don't know if that's really like the best, but you'll believe it in time, not overnight. Not overnight. And I think that's something, again, that a lot of people, they just don't understand it. All right. I think that's probably the most important thing that I can tell you is people just to understand it. That's key, guys. Okay? That's key. Number 27, grow every day. Growth doesn't require dramatic transformation. Learn something, improve a habit, or have a meaningful conversation with someone. Share a nicety with someone, hold a door for someone. Small progress accumulates. Number 28, your actions matter, guys, even if no one tells you they do. Never assume a small action doesn't count, because it does. You may never know how deeply something you said, taught, created, or did affected another person. But you made an impact. Number 29, great lives leave great legacy. A great life isn't necessarily famous. It is one lived with character, contribution, relationships, purpose, and genuine concern for others. Most of those can become famous, but they don't have to be. Number 30, guys, your legacy, if you choose it, will begin today. Don't wait until later, tomorrow, next week, next month, next quarter, next year. Don't wait. Decide how you want to be remembered. Start living those values now, because today's choices become tomorrow's legacy. That's the power, guys. As we get ready to close this amazing week of Build a Life That Truly Matters, I want you all to remember something. You see, legacy isn't about having your name remembered by everyone. That's what they teach in the movies, but that's not what legacy truly is. It's about having your life matter to someone. It's about making a difference in someone's life. You could do it anonymously. See, it's the person you encouraged. It's the knowledge you shared, the promise you kept, the relationship you protected, the community you strengthened, and the example you set. Those are powerful things, guys. Very, very powerful things. You don't need to wait for a major accomplishment. No, you don't. You have opportunities right before you today to choose. What are they? Kindness. Demonstrate integrity. Invest in people. Continue learning and create something meaningful right now. Meaning doesn't have to be worth $10 billion. Okay? It doesn't. It has to be about what's important to you, right? I think those are the things that most people forget in life. They forget that power and things that we do are powerful, but we need to appreciate what we're doing, right? And then we can choose the path that we want to take, right? We can choose that path and we can go somewhere. We can actually go somewhere. I think those are probably some of the most important things I can tell you, that you can go somewhere and you can make a difference in your life. Have you thought about what impact does for you? I mean, have you, or maybe you haven't, I don't know. Maybe you're thinking about the fact that impact is something most people like say is overrated. It's not overrated, guys. It's not overrated. But the reason people downplay impact is because they don't do what's right when it gets hard. They don't do what's right when it gets hard, so they don't get the results they want. So they think, oh, this is just a waste of my time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, a serial entrepreneur, as you guys know. And I thank you so much for choosing to join me for another amazing episode of Inspirations for Your Life. This has been a very great week. And I think we've learned a lot. But, ladies and gentlemen, don't spend your life simply trying to be remembered. Spend it giving people something meaningful to remember. It could be a compassionate gesture, a thank you. See, your actions, ladies and gentlemen, they matter. Your influence matters too, in case you didn't know that. It matters too. And your legacy begins today. The question I have for all of you is, why are you waiting for your legacy? Why are you saying, I've got to wait till tomorrow? Why are you letting other people in your life get in the way of you building a life that can impact others? People calling you names, people saying to you that you can't do that because you're not doing it for me. That's jealousy. So I want you all to think today or tonight, what can you do to be impactful in this world? Is it doing something in charity? Is it spending time with loved ones? What can you do to make it special, make yourself remembered? Have yourself a great rest of your day or evening. I'll catch you on a brand new master topic tomorrow. Take care, everyone. BelieveMeAchieve.com.